Hello everybody, and welcome to the World Sim Racing Competition, or WSRC, where anybody can compete for cold hard cash in one of our hosted races. Today we have the GR86s at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna, Seca, battling for a $10 prize, winner takes all. And after this race, we have a $65 prize pool race with the FIA F4s coming back to back, so we have two action-packed races this morning, or today, depending on what time zone you're in. Today we have on the grid some familiar faces. We have Raphael back in. We love to see some repeat races coming in and showing what they have. Currently so far for quali, we have Ali A in first position, Callum in second, third Sebastian, fourth Morgan, fifth Danny, sixth Raphael, seventh Ankit, eighth Conrad, 9 Bahay, 10th Tim, 11th Brian, 12th Roy, and finally 13th Arush. We have some predictions. The pink car at the back is going to push forward by Ryan Stringer 1. We'll see how many positions they'll be able to make up. Let's try and get a look at that pink car. Cameraman skills aren't the best this morning, so we'll have to wait till they start driving and the pack opens up a little bit more to get a zoom in on that car. And we are off now for the first outlap of this race. This is where they're really trying to get some heat into those tires, warm up, make sure they don't understeer off the track and crash into someone else. Like what happened last race. At the very start, we had a massive collision which caused around 5 drivers to have critical damage. So you need to be careful. You need to balance the risk versus reward in this game, because if you put too much on the line right at the front, you're not only ruining your own race but someone else's. So good luck to all the racers listening. Ryan Stringer, I hope you're able to make up as many positions as you can safely without damaging anyone else. It'll be an exciting race nonetheless. I'm expecting some elbows to come out during this race. $10, winner takes all. Ali is looking in good stead to take this victory, starting P1, but as we know, starting first in qualification doesn't mean a guaranteed win. Nothing means a guaranteed win in racing, because everything is unpredictable. It's all up to the conditions, your mental fortitude, and what the racers are able to pull out of the bag. And at WSRC, you can expect anything to occur. We've had a lot of upsets so far, and today be no exception. We have a nice variety of liveries today on the field. We've got green at the front, yellow, we've got a couple stock cars in the middle, then back to the pink, blue, red, and galaxy at the back with the purple. Love to see a good array of different liveries, and I'm thinking that we might have to start a livery competition to determine who has the best livery of each race. What do you guys think in the chat about that idea? You guys could vote. I think something like that could be a lot of fun while we're waiting for the race to start up and heat up. Now, as we're entering the final sections of Laguna Seca, the outlap is almost coming to a close. The pace car goes back into the pit lane, and now it is up to Ali to determine when he will put the foot down and take the lead and start this race. And they are off. Everybody is going. No one has moved up any positions yet, all in a straight line. The top 3 all very close, so Ali wasn't able to get the spread he wanted from that jump start. As they go, Callum pushes to the inside, isn't able to get the move done. Still side by side, no collisions yet. Everyone seems to have maintained their pecking order. Danny moved up 1 position, Morgan dropped 1. Rolls Racing, thank you for the follow. Everybody's smooth, cool, calm, and collected, going through the first couple bends of Laguna Seca on this $10 prize pool race. Winner takes all. Ali has been able to maintain his position, but it looks like Callum now is challenging Sebastian down the inside, going up the uphill corner, leading onto the fast running straight of this race. Now, it looks like there might be a 3 wide, but anyone who knows this track knows going side by side is bound to lead to havoc, and that is just exactly what happened right then. I would go to a replay but the corkscrew is coming up, and if you've driven Laguna Seca, you know that this is an incident waiting to happen. We'll have a quick look. A couple cars now, but no one managed to crash, which is amazing. We love to see some clean, tight racing. Ali was able to extend the gap by 1 second to P2. P2 has a 1.2 second gap to P3 now. The grid is starting to open up a little bit. One of the cars goes a little bit off further back. Let's try and get a nice replay of that. It looks like as going through this bend here, just took it a little bit too far, and the red car there just went off that little bit. Looks like we have a tight battle between Tim and Ryan. We'll try and get a close-up of that. There we have Ryan, who was claiming to make up multiple positions at the start. He's now putting his mouth to the word that he claimed, as Ryan is right on the tail of Tim, trying to get something done to crawl his way to the top and potentially win that $10 prize pool. The pink car is Ryan, the blue car is Tim. 0.3 second difference between the two races. Will he be able to get the move done in one of these corners? Or will he have to wait until a longer straight so he can utilize that slipstream? It looks like Sebastian and Raphael have just had a bit of a scuffle and was able to move up 2 positions. Check in now with our leader, only Callum, 1 second behind, so right on his tail, waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike. Callum in the yellow car, going a little bit, getting the rear a tiny bit loose through that corkscrew. That is a scary moment if you've ever been in it before, because you know that your race can end just like that. Go back now to Vahey and Arush, who look like they're having a tight battle indeed, but Ryan and Tim, it looks like a move may have been done between the two of them. They are side by side now. Ryan hoping to get the move done on Tim on the inside, but returns back behind him, waiting for a better opportunity to strike, just like this perfect position now. All 3 of them in a tow of each other. When will they decide to pull out and move to the inside to try and get something done? Or will they try and move around the outside? They all go in order, one by one. No one willing to risk ruining their race over a stupid move. They are waiting for the opportune moment. Ryan has moved up 4 positions since the start of this race. So has Tim. So this is some great racing. So is Roy and Arush. So we're seeing lots of position changes so far. This battle is extremely tight between Tim and Raphael. Raphael in the white car and Tim in the blue. Close like that. And there it is. Tim is trying to get into Raphael's mind. He's staying within 0.1 seconds of the car ahead as they go through the uphill bend. But it looks like Ryan was able to get a better run on Tim right in his rear view mirror as they go to the corkscrew. The pressure would be immense on the blue car as the pink is right on its tail, willing them to move forward at a faster pace and potentially miss their braking point. Conrad was able to get past Vahey from P11 now to P10, and Ryan looks to the inside. Tim pushed to the outside as they go into the final hairpin. Tim is able to take the position, but will Ryan challenge back? No, he doesn't. He stays in file, hoping to try and use the slipstream and potentially make the pass on the first corner of Laguna Seca. Amazing racing here by Ryan, taking position after position. He's now looking to challenge Raphael as well. Only 0.1 seconds, and Ryan looks to the inside of Raphael. Raphael goes a little wide, and Ryan is now able to make the move as well. 2 overtakes completed in a span of seconds. This is what WSRC is all about. And Roy is still trying to stay in this game, same as Raphael, right behind Tim. Right behind Ryan, apologies. Ryan, now P5, moved a total of 6 positions. It looks like we have a tight battle between Sebastian and Danny. Danny in the red car, Sebastian in the white. Only 0.2 second difference between these 2 races. It looks like Danny, the red car, went a little bit too fast over the curb, allowing Sebastian to get a better run. up the uphill section leading into the corkscrew. So will Sebastian be able to take advantage of this misstep, or will he stay behind and wait for a better opportunity to strike? Looks like he's moving to the outside, trying to get in Sebastian's mirrors. Two of them go head to head now. Ryan was able to extend his lead a little bit more, getting that safe padding between the races he just overtook. And now we have Sebastian right on Danny's tail, hoping to try and get a nice draft leading into this long straight section of Laguna Seca, potentially looking to move to the inside or outside on this first corner. And he's moved to the inside, saying, I'm here, you better not cut me off, I'm claiming the inside line. So now, and Sebastian is able to just get past Danny. Sebastian, Danny side by side into the double apex first corner, and Sebastian is able to get the move done beautifully past the red car. Danny moving up into third position, trying to claw his way into P1 to claim that $10 prize pool. For anybody that just joined, this is the World Sim Racing Competition, or WSRC, where anybody can compete in a race hosted by us for cold hard cash. We've seen some great racing so far. Ryan moving up 6 positions, overtaking 2 cars in the span of only 30 seconds. Tim moving up 3 spots, Roy 4, Arush 5, and now just what we've witnessed, Sebastian reclaiming his qualifying position of P3 from Danny, who took it right at the start. Danny wanted that move too much and just went a little bit wide, incurring some incident points. For him, he's lucky. He has 18 incident points he is able to spare in this race without getting disqualified. Sebastian and Danny right on each other's tail. Danny is looking to get the move back to reclaim P3 within 0.1 seconds of each other. And there is some close racing as well between Raphael and Tim, both within 0.2 seconds once more. So we'll be looking for a move from either one of these races today. Ali, our leader, was able to extend the gap now to 3 seconds, setting a fastest lap time of 1:37.4. A whole second, 1.2 seconds faster than P2. Let's have a look now at Raphael and Tim to see if either of them were able to get a move done on each other. It looks like Tim was just able to extend his margin to Raphael, now a 1 second gap between the two races. We'll have a check in with the back of the grid. We've got Conrad just cruising, setting a fastest lap time of 1:41.299. Behind him we have Vaher cruising once more with the stock livery, down 2 positions from its initial starting spot on the grid. It looks like we have Morgan and Ankit who are out of the race, who would have crashed out, which is a shame to see. Now we'll check back in with Tim and Raphael because it looks like the racing is getting close once more. These two races have been battling it out this entire time. We're 9 minutes and 30 seconds. Raphael is flashing his lights at Tim, trying to get him to make a mistake, to have a lapse of judgment, and to miss a braking point, go off track, and let him slide by and take the position. This middle of the pack is very closely matched in skill, with fastest times of 39.6, 39.5, 39.38, and 39.8. Flashing the lights once more. Raphael is doing anything to try and get past Tim. Ryan has been able to extend his gap that little bit more, 1 second difference to Tim, the racer he passed only a couple laps ago. And Danny and Sebastian, the gap has widened to 2 seconds now. Ali and Callum still battling it out, 2.1 seconds now, so Callum isn't out of the running yet for the first place position. As we can see, we have Callum here, right behind Ali, setting slightly slower lap times, but it doesn't matter because Ali just has to make one mistake to let Callum swoop by and take the prize pool, all for himself. We expected the elbows to come out today, and that is exactly what we have been seeing with the battles that have been incurred on WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca in the Toyota GR86s. Grid is split up a little bit more now, with a 2.5 second gap in P2, 12 second gap in P3. 14-second gap, P4, 15-second gap, P5, 16-second gap, 17, 24, 27, 37, and 53 with 2 races out of the running. There are only 4 minutes left in this race with a 3.6-second gap from Callum to Ali. Callum has just made a couple crucial errors on this last lap, which has led to that dramatic increase in time. And that may be all it has taken for him to lose his ability to get into P1. Now, his only hope is our leader, Ali, to lose concentration in P1, make a mistake, go off track, do something wrong, which will give him the opportunity to get by. A quick check in with Danny and Tim, who are now still side by side, bumper to bumper. Tim is right on Danny. Danny is right on Ryan. Apologies as well. We have these 4 racers who have been right bumper to bumper throughout the entire race. Correct, Ryan has moved up another spot into P4 since starting. He was able to get past Danny. Amazing racing display by Ryan today. These racers have been really putting it on the line, trying to get up. Ryan is going to want to try and achieve that podium finish in WSRC. 3-second gap to the car ahead. Will he be able to pull it off with only 2 minutes left in the race? Danny going a little bit wide, trying to get a better exit going into the uphill section of Laguna Seca. Now heading into the corkscrew, trying to put Ryan off and reclaim his position. Ryan has moved up 7 positions, Tim 4 positions, Roy 4 positions, and Arush 4 positions. So this is really impressive racing from the midfield. Callum, 3.9 second gap now to Ali. Ali has been able to slowly extend that gap throughout the duration of this race. He qualified first, and now it looks like he has what it takes to take home first place and maintain that position throughout this entire 15-minute race. One of the scariest positions is to have a car mere milliseconds behind you during this downhill straight of Laguna Seca, because it is so easy to catch a draft, move to the inside, and steal the position of the car ahead of you. We've seen that happen plenty of times throughout this race. I'm sure we'll see it at least one more time before the end of this race. For those who just tuned in, this is the World Sim Racing Competition, or WSRC, where any iRacer can join our hosted session and compete for cold hard cash. After this race completes in around 1 minute, we'll have a short 15-minute break where we'll be reviewing old race replays, and then we'll be heading into a $65 F4 race at the same track, Laguna Seca. So make sure to stay tuned, stay locked into this stream, because we've got a whole extra hour of racing ahead of us. Ryan, Danny, Raphael, and Tim all within 2 seconds of each other. Ryan has been able to close the gap to Sebastian. Only 2-second difference now between Ryan and Sebastian. Now 1 second with only 20 seconds left in the race. This is the last lap. So Ryan would have to make something happen here if he wants to claim a podium position. Starting from P11, now P4. What a phenomenal showing from this driver. And that concludes our race for Ali, however, who has finished in P1 and has claimed the $10 prize pool. He qualified first, he raced first, he maintained first, and now he has finished the World Sim Racing Competition event at Laguna Seca in P1 and claimed his $10 prize. First place goes to Ali, second place goes to Callum, and third place goes to Sebastian. Ryan was just unable to pull up into the podium, but an amazing effort and race by him nonetheless. Danny in 5th, Raphael in 6th, 7th Roy, 8th Arush, 9th Conrad, and 10th Vahid, with Morgan, Tim, and Ankit, who have already left the race due to it ending. Ali just finishing up victory lap now. And you love to see that. That was some great racing from everybody in the field.